Hello, everybody. Better late than never. This is the Brownsville Gamer, and excuse me, just have to fix the mic. I'm watching the NBA Finals, and right now the Spurs are up by 5 going into the first quarter. And I'm looking at the stats right now, and it's not really looking good, right? Like in terms of who's on the court right now, unless there's been like some mass substitutions that I didn't know. Bronson's the only one that's up with 8 points, going 2 for 5 for field goals, 1 rebound. So right now, the Knicks, they, if there's one thing that I'm never worried about is the fact that the Knicks are going to figure out ways to get back in the game. They're more of a second half, definitely a fourth quarter type team than most teams that are in the playoffs. I mean, they're coming in with what, 11 or 12 straight wins. And right now, the Knicks are now down by 4 with 5 minutes to go in the game, at least in the first quarter. And right now, it's all about, can the Knicks continue to bring that pressure that forces the Spurs to make some poor decisions? Chalmette, yo, this guy, if you saw him in game number 1, the stats doesn't show how good of his contribution has been to that victory. But right now, we're looking at a possibility of the Knicks possibly going up 2-0 in the series. For those that are watching, thank you for joining. I know that there's at least one person that's currently watching right now. But if you're not, try to get some people to join in. This is the Brownsville Gamer watching the NBA Finals. And I also have in the background ESPN's Gamescast or Gamecast. So that way, if you're not watching, maybe you can follow the stats and hear my reactions as I'm watching. Initially, I thought my cousin would be with me, that other guy, aka Mark, but unfortunately, things occurred. But he is here in spirit. At least I'm gonna have him on text and see what he's doing. Right now, the Knicks has the possession. We're about to set this up. And that right there is hustle. The game is now 20-18 in San Antonio. I wonder if this is like a 6-0 type of drive, going for the three. If there's one thing about the Knicks that I kind of want to see more of, the Knicks is a tremendous 3-point shooting team. It didn't show that way in game number 1. That was a foul. And of course, Bronson, having that dog in him, he obviously took that charge. Right now, there looks to be a challenge. 22-18 Spurs with about close to 3 minutes left in this game. Chalmett's going to take his time to talk to Robinson right now, number 23. Let me tell you right now, when it comes to free throws, he's pretty garbage. 36% overall, about 11 for nearly 30, but he's able to get that shot. So now it is a 3-point lead for the Spurs. If he can make this shot, make it a possession game. There goes Big Punt and Big Joe, Fat Joe. I say Big Pump because it's hard to look at Fat Joe and not think of Big Pump, rest in peace. But of course, he's at the game. I wonder who else is sitting in the court side right now. So right now, if you have courtside seats, it's probably $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a ticket right there. We're talking about generational money in those courtside areas. And the beauty about this is that if you're a real basketball fan, you're probably standing up for most of the game anyway. Right now, there's a foul. Actually, excuse me, a timeout right now. So the Knicks is going to take a full timeout with about 2:56, actually 2:56 to be exact, left in the first quarter. And again, if you're looking at how the numbers are looking right now, the Knicks is not a team that I'm totally concerned about whether they're trailing in the first quarter or even in the second quarter. I'm more concerned about how they make their second half adjustments. But that's a question of how far the deficit is, right? If you looked at game number one, at one point they were down by 13, 14 points going into the third. And then by the fourth quarter, everything transformed. And that tenacity that we see the Knicks playing, it just showed how good they are in terms of them being like the team from the East. And don't let the regular records confuse you in terms of how good the Knicks are. I mean, San Antonio is a 62-20 team, right? And for them to be that dominant versus the Knicks that only picked up about 53 games, it's really a question of how they show up in the playoffs and how they've been throughout the playoffs. I'm just also concerned about Brunson in terms of his knees, right? Is he still able to try to play with no fear? Curious to see how that looks. But right now, it looks like this is just the beginning of could be a very interesting matchup. It'll be really interesting, too, if the Knicks end up leaving San Antonio 2-0, right? If they go up 2, coming back to the Garden on Monday, I mean, who knows? Maybe we can be winning a championship in New York by game 4. Maybe I'm speaking ahead. You know, I know Knicks fan can't help but to get excited about that possibility. But it'll be really great for them to end up leaving, going 2-0. All right, so right now I'm trying to figure out because I have it on my computer and I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but I'm trying to access my chat. Like my Streamlabs chat is acting awkward. Here we go. Finally, I think I see some stuff here. Let me move this off the screen. All right, I'm gonna take a timeout because I'm gonna try to like get my other monitor set up because for some reason I need more space to see potential chats. But right now we're still in timeout mode, so we're gonna take a break as I figure this out. I'll be right there. Hello, folks. Hello, folks. Sorry about that. Had a bit of a technical issue, but it's now, well, hasn't really been fixed, but at this point I gave up. Yeah, I know. Down by 9. But remember, this is a team that will figure out a way, especially with their bench, figure out ways to make up the deficit. And right now, I think it's way too early to be, you know, worried about whether or not they can make this up. I think they can figure it out. I just hope they figure it out before it's too late. I don't know what's going on with my mic. So, there we go. I don't know. I want to go see it. I would like to go see Scary Movie. Yeah, like right now, Mike Brown, the head coach, he has to state the obvious. Your best player is 3 of 5. He is not generating much. I mean, right now, Anobi is like what, 2 for 2. Cat right now is 2 for 3 with 3 rebounds and 1 assist. And right now, let's see how the bench can try to capitalize on their ability to slow down the tempo of this really young Spurs team. All right, here comes Towns. And that's an easy 3 right there. That's a very easy opportunity. But again, let's remind ourselves how many times the Knicks have been hot with the 3 and cold as hell right now. Castle is nasty. Brick by the Spurs, but of course Victor Wemby, he's able to take control of that. Look at that. And took the charge. And actually, no. Spurs lose possession. Steps back for the three. Don't understand why they just don't take advantage of the fast break and just, I don't know, go for a dunk, secure a two. I know you're trailing. But right now, Spurs and the Knicks are just trading crap after crappy three-point attempts. All right, here goes Alvarado. He's trying to set it up. Towns is going to try to go inside the paint, but he takes the foul. Look at that. But look at that flop, though. Part of me feels like that's a flop. So, Shalman, you just tapped him dead in the head. Castle was tight because he's like, how is that not a foul? Right now, Towns is going for two. Try to make this a 7-point deficit. Now it's an 8-point deficit. And now it's a 7-point game. I wonder what the hell was touching these guys. Okay. Ooh, got better control of the ball right there. And that's going back to New York. Touch last. I'm sorry, but I'm just loving this Oreo cookie. Sorry, M&M cookie. That's Oreo cookie earlier. Harper has 10 points so far in the quarter. Trying to contain Alvarado. Goes into the paint, but of course Victor's like hot dub. He's like, nope. That was cute, but that ain't working. Look at that. I love the tenacity, though, of Alvarado trying to go in there, but there were just way too many defenders, and it's good that at least Wemby was able to not make that a goaltending. Towns jumping in and takes the dunk and talks smack in the process, and the Knicks are now down by 5. They're at a 7-0 run for nearly 2 minutes, guarding the paint. Possession goes back to the Knicks. Try to extend this run. And with the spin, deflects it, but it doesn't go in for 3. Goes back to the Spurs. Harper's going to try to take advantage of the fast break and tries to get the foul. But Harper, he got, that was a hard foul. Not like, a flagrant technical or anything. But let's take a look. They're going to slow this down. And right there, Alvarado, he had his arm just grabbing him. Like, look what he's doing. I mean, hey, man, defense. But then again, there is, like, Victor grabbing Towns to try to shut down that dunk. And he's like, I don't care how big you are. You 7'4" freak. Taking one. Bumps the lead up to 6. Do I want a roast beef sandwich? Every time lately I've been going on this on these streams, I'm always thinking about a roast beef sandwich. I'm telling you, where I live, they got some good sandwich spots. like really good, like Italian sandwich spots, like a traditional deli spot. But you gotta go right. I can't really. I'm not gonna tell you exactly where I live. But I obviously live in Brooklyn, but where I live in Brooklyn, I'm like south of. Pretty much, I'm near Coney Island. I'm not in Coney Island. I'm not, but I'm not that far away. Let's just say I'm near the Belt. All right. Now the Knicks pushing the lead back down to 5. Cat's doing his thing. 14 points. 5 for 6. Ugly ass jumper. Let's see if they can try to make a run on this. By the way, the Gamecast that I'm streaming, they get their information faster than what I'm seeing, and I'm watching this locally on ABC. If you're watching this at a watch party, I hope you're enjoying yourself. And if you're wondering why I'm at home, hell, why not? I'm tired. You know how hard I've been working today? Keep my comfy ass in my office. What the fuck? Like, what type of defense was that? I'm just surprised that there was no whistle and the shot counts. What? You got to play to the whistle, buddy. You got to play to the whistle. That is one thing you got to remember. So look at this. Look at this. No calls. No calls. No calls. No calls at all. And gets the foul. Interesting. Compared to game 1, he was 3 for 13. Hot garbage. Basuda, as some people may say. So he's going for 2. Ooh. How is that? Let's see that again. Castle is just like, bro. And then look at your body. Well, that flop is hilarious by Alvarado, though. That's a hilarious ass flop. And of course, Castle, he has to sit down because that's his third. And now it's 42-35 Spurs. Now, of course, if you guys are a bunch of gambling degenerates, in the playoffs, Bronson is like 27 points. He's at 8. I wonder what the line is, but again, I'm not gambling, so. All right, now it's 42-36. Castle in for 11 minutes. Fox with the jumper doesn't land. Back to the Knicks. Towns setting the pick. Alvarado is trying to dictate where to put Towns, but intercepts it. Good switch. And Bridges, that was a lovely setup. Cat was smart. forcing the Spurs to take a timeout. And now the Spurs are up by 4 with pretty much 7 minutes to go in the half. Look at that. 4 defenders circling Cat, but he was able to get it to Bridges right on that corner for an effortless 3. Now, I mean, look, man. Cat is catting. Is that like the right thing to say? That sounds weird. I'm gonna take that back. But yeah, right now, Cat he has 14 points. He's 5 for 7 with 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and everyone else, Hart. He's been pretty radio silent right now. I know he's just been put in. He's 0 for 2. Had 2 rebounds with 1 assist. Bridges, he's 1 for 2 with only 3 points. Shalaman, he exists, but he's been taking some ugly ass shots. He's like 1 for 4. And Alvarado's just like, what the fuck? It's not really doing much, but he's trying to get a momentum going. But this Champagne dude, Castle, he's like, they're making some moves. Wait a minute, you want to talk about it? You really want to do a react on it? So that other guy, he is suggesting to do a reaction of this content creator who is addicted to gambling, and he's all about that life. So we've been watching videos, that other guy and I, about him, and it's just so pathetic. So I'm not going to say who exactly, but if you're into that lore, you kind of know what I'm talking about. We're going to do a stream tomorrow. And that other guy, since you're watching, I got some new games in terms of game show stuff that I would like to run by you. I'm talking about some new stuff. I think if you're going to be streaming, we should also make some episodes. And I also created a new Scrabble puzzle. It's interesting. All right, that's what's up. This is sad. I have yet to eat dinner. I need to eat dinner. And surviving off a cookie is not a good thing, according to some people. I wonder if I want barbecue. Barbecue. I haven't had barbecue in a while, to be honest. I want pork ribs. What do y'all eat? And again, if you're at a watch party, I kind of want to do that. I tried to go to a watch party for game 1, but then again, I wanted to have my homies pull up and watch the game with me. But I'll say this much: if the Knicks is 1 away from a championship, I might try to go to a bar or something and go to a watch party. But I'm not trying to pay no damn cover charge of 20, 30, 50, 100, whatever type of money. Oh, buddy. Yo, can you do me a favor? If you are a kind soul, can you bring a can or 2? You see, if there's one thing I'm a snob of when it comes to beverages, and it's not this beer, but in terms of sodas, Canada Dry, especially those fruit splash types, those are the jam, man. Cherry one on ice? Yeah, why do you need alcohol? Just get a nice soda, or drink a beer, But right now, there was a 24-second violation by the Knicks, and Anobi wasn't able to capitalize on that, so that was a turnover. And right now, each team is 4 turnovers apiece. So again, the first half is really about controlling the ball, right? Right there, Fox with a shit jumper. I don't know what the hell he was trying to do going up to the rim. But right now, Robinson. Here's Anobi. Doesn't get much out of it. Possession goes back to the Spurs. And that ball, Vassell can't get the three. Bronson's back. Tries to go, passes it out, but that ball got intercepted. And I think right there, another deflection, no whistle. And you might as well take that three. Why not? Why not? Why not? A lovely three by Bridges. A 25-foot shot. Knicks are down by 2. And right there, I don't think Harper was able to make that jumper. But right now, they're trying to look at this foul right now by Anobi. Was there like intentional contact? Guess not. But then again, that three by Bridges. Ooh la la. Can the Knicks finally try to get a lead back? Wemby's in the game. Loses the ball, but it's going back to New York because the Spurs was the last to touch it. It was last touched by Harper. And let's look at this again. So Hart, he's trying to drive through. He loses possession, but it looks like the foot was touched by Harper, but there is a case that Hart might have, like, his hand literally touched it. I mean, as a Knicks fan, I'm always gonna be biased. But this does look like it could go to the Spurs. Yeah, that really got. Look, let me tell you something. If you're like a fan of the franchise mode of college football 27, it's gonna be lit, right? Dynasty mode has changed in a way that it's relatively dynamic due to things that's going on in football right now. I like that they've added more depth to certain positions in the game, like the mic role on defense is a bit more well developed, especially if you're into that type of linebacker type of role. But the one thing that I sent you, I think on IG, was this post about uh, things like the AD having an influence, much more of a direct influence. Like the AG has always been involved in college football because when you get hired, there's always objectives that are established. But where do you think those objectives are coming from? They're coming from the AD. So now it's more intentional in terms of how the AD is putting in perspective what year to year what the head coach has to do. And so, yeah, I'm definitely in favor. Now, right now, the refs are still looking at the footage to see who last touched it. I'm still convinced that it could be Spurs possession because Hart was the last one to touch it. And let me tell you something. In an NBA final, where every second, every moment, every play matters, you got to be intentional in terms of looking at every single element, angle of the game to make sure they get it right. So I would say take your time. There's no need to rush this. We don't need a fast solution. We need the right solution. So let's see what they say. Oh shit. Hart got a flagrant 1 off the foul. Direction of the ball goes to the Spurs. And Hart is like, all right, relax. But really, a flat. So the call got overturned, but a flagrant 1? Interesting. You know what's the funny part? The analysts are saying exactly what I said yesterday, that the Knicks are in a position where, Hart kind of got into a gap, All right, we got another body that's just as good that we can put him in. Not just as good, but good enough to make up some good production for the minutes. And right now, Harper's taking his tech shots. That was one, and now it's two. So the Spurs are up by four with 5:14 remaining in the half, the first half. Wemba is 5 points so far in the half, but he's been effective, defensively. Let's see what he can do offensively. He's paired up with Anobi. Ooh, that's a brick. And of course, Robinson, being an island that he is able to get the ball, but I think there's a challenge. All right, possession's back to the Spurs, but what the hell's going on? A tech? Robinson got hit with a tech. What the fuck? Hold on. Pushes Johnson out the way. Pushes Victor. Victor pushes back. But I guess Robinson gets the tech because he looked more of the aggressor in the shoving battle. And of course, Victor, he doesn't miss free throws. So there's one. So now they're up by 5. And again, like, this is just like big man versus big man type shit. Look at Victor literally pushing him. And of course, he pushes back. But of course, referee number 58 is like, nah, son. I wish they would have had text from both sides and just cancel out. But, whatever. And it was stolen. Yes, go for it. Take the foul. Yes, I like defensive games. That's what makes me like basketball from time to time. I wonder why they didn't take the shot. Of course, he didn't know where to go, but then look at Vassell. You're basically gripping his neck. He's going to get that shot in. All right, and now the Knicks are down by 3. Ooh, not a good look, but what? Another foul? And Victor finally misses a free throw. Finally. He only missed one free throw from game 1. Now this is his second overall, first in the game. And of course, Victor gets that. So now they're up by 4. Still a good enough time if the Knicks can try to figure out a way to get a run. Bronson, he's trying to set something up. Here goes the screen set by the Spurs. Passes it out. Yep. Pass it. Pass it. Pass it. Oh yes. Oh yes. You see, you gotta when you look at a good passing type of game right there, it makes you as a Knicks fan smile. A 22-foot jumper by Bridges. And of course, ugly looking three. And Towns gets it. And right there, Alvarado. Finally, the Knicks have the lead for the first time of the game. First time the Spurs are trailing, and I meant Chalmette, now Alvarado, with the two. Bridges with the assist. Crappy shot by the Spurs, but they get the ball back. Victor tries to go for the three, but no. It's going to look like Harper. He's going to get the three. Oh, sorry, Vassell. He gets the three. And so now they're back up by two. Timeout. Bronson going for a shooting foul. You hit the hair. So if you hit someone's braids, that's a foul. That's weird. All right, Fox is subbing for Johnson. Harper's going to take a rest. And Bryant's going to come in. Right now, according to ESPN, they're predicting that the Spurs has a 65% chance of winning this game. But, you know, it is still a 3-possession game. Vassell's getting warm right now with 11 points, with 3 assists, 2 for 4. Bronson goes in, and now the Knicks are down by 1. If they can try to get the ball back and make something happen with 3 minutes to go, under 3 minutes, it'll be nice for the Knicks to come back. Ugly shot. And here goes Chalamet. Cleans up. Looks at Bronson. For the three. Doesn't drop. Ooh, a good look. But, of course, the Spurs are just not able to drop any real shots in the past minute or so. Takes control of the paint. And it looks like it's going to the Knicks. Victor is the last one to touch. And right now, there's a full timeout called by the Knicks. The Knicks are down by 1. So right now, it's a really even contested game. I mean, there was at one point where the Spurs were up by what, 6 or something like that? And of course, the Knicks are able to make it back up. Keep in mind that game 3 is going to be in New York. So will game 4, and that's going to be on Wednesday. And then it goes back to San Antonio on Saturday, the 13th, with if there is going to be a game 6, that's going to be in New York, and that's going to take place on Tuesday. And if for some reason we push it to game 7 is going to San Antonio, and that's going to take place at 8:30 Friday, June 19th. So June 19th or Juneteenth, some of the culture, there could be an NBA Finals Game 7 that Friday night. But if the Knicks can do what they can, they should be able to try to capitalize on a chance at taking home an NBA title for the first time in God knows how long. I still haven't ordered dinner. I don't know if I want. How long will it take for it to come? 20 minutes. Oh, I forgot. I got a big ass credit. Nah, if I use it on McDonald's, that's like a dirt type of decision making. Got some free. Yeah, I'm getting barbecue. I forgot about that. Yeah, so for context, I ordered some pizza for me and the guys when we watched game one, and they screwed up my order, so they gave me a pretty nice credit, like a $30 credit. 20 something, close to $30 credit. So, hooray for me! Hooray for me! If I can make a decision, hooray for me! Actually, because I have the duelers, you know what? You go get those pork ribs, boy. Wait, they don't come with sides? Oh, this is trash ass. You know what? They are not the only barbecue spot in town. Low key, they are. Yeah, the barbecue options in my neck of the woods is Trizash. Oh, I forgot. I could just go to Nathan's. All this for Nathan's? No. That's gonna kill me. I don't know what I want to eat for dinner. All right, Bronson trying to figure it out, but got the ball loose. And now the Spurs got the ball back. Again, they're still up by two. Doesn't work out for Champagne. That three ball is just not working so far in this quarter. Gives it back. Good job. Good job by Towns. A very nice shot by Anobi, but doesn't make it in. Promise you, I'm not on Instagram. Just trying to find something to eat. Oh, the one steak place that I could actually do the now they won't close over. I refuse to order from Outback Steakhouse. Could get a steak sandwich though. Right now, the Knicks are up by 4. And what do you know? What do you say? The Knicks are up by 4 to end the half after Cat making that 22-foot three-point jumper. Bridges getting that assist. Fox missing that last shot. Just giving you a rundown in the battle of the important figures. Literally, David versus Goliath. Right now, David is winning with 10 points to Wimba's 7. But I think the nick of the half has to go to Towns right now. Towns right now is approaching a potential double-double with 17, with 3 rebounds, 3 assists. I mean, right now they're looking pretty good. And Obi, he's being a warrior right now. He's been doing a lot of heavy hitting, but those shots got to land. Bridges, he's doing his thing. He's 11 points, 4 for 5, with 4 rebounds, 3 assists. In fact, let's just take a look at the box scores just to see where people are at.
To the weak side.
You want to look at
my mistake. The foul was on Anunoby.
Take a look at Bridges.
As Wemby and Robinson. Robinson's just got hit with a technical foul.
I don't like that call.
Well, let's see the replay. The two were jostling for position.
Well, look, they're both being physical. I don't disagree with that. I think a warning in this space. So watch this. Then Wemby turns and pushes him. So Wemby pushes him, and then they push each other back. And then that's where the technical occurs on Mitchell Robinson
Against the Knicks here.
So look, they're jostling here. This is normal basketball. Now, Wemby, he pushes him back. Now, that could have been a technical on Wemby. And then he pushes him back. And now you're like, oh, that's a technical on Robinson. You got to call this thing even.
Down the Spurs. And then, of course, your starters from Anunoby.
Spurs again get back defensively well. Blocked by Cornet. Harper against Anunoby goes inside. Blocked by Anunoby. And Hart comes the other way. Spectacular defensive play. Bridges nails the 3.
I wish people understand the difficulty of going up here, backtracking, and getting that block without fouling. And again, defense turning into offense. Mikal Bridges sees that first 3 go down. He skips it to the weak side.
My mistake. The foul was on Anunoby. As Wemby and Robinson. Robinson's just got hit with a technical foul.
I don't like that call.
Well, let's see the replay. The two were jostling for position.
Well, look, they're both being physical. I don't disagree with that. I think a warning in this space. So watch this. Then Wemby turns and pushes him. So Wemby pushes him, and then they push each other back. And then that's where the technical occurs on Mitchell Robinson.
Against the Knicks here.
So look, they're jostling here. This is normal basketball. Now, Wemby, he pushes him back. Now, that could have been a technical on Wemby. And then he pushes him back. And now you're like, oh, that's a technical on Robinson. You got to call this thing even.
Right now, the largest lead was 12 by the Spurs.
Again get back defensively well. Blocked by Cornet. Harper against Anunoby goes inside. Blocked by Anunoby. And Hart comes the other way.
It's a good game.
Spectacular defensive play. Bridges nails the 3.
I wish people understand the difficulty of going up here, backtracking, and getting that block without fouling. And again, defense turning into offense. Mikal Bridges sees that first 3 go down.
To close out this quarter. Fox deflects it. Towns gets it. Kicks it back out. Bridges, corner 3. It's good. That's Bridges. This is his 2nd shot of the game and his first points.
Antonio Spurs push that lead to 10 or 12. The Knicks make big shots right now.
Some guys back. Again, excellent transition defense. Knicks with just 3 fast break points. Towns gets inside, takes a hit. What a chance for a 3-point play. Cornet with a foul.
Possessions, you get a cut to the paint, and then Karl Anthony Towns is able to take Luke Cornet and finish. Yes, this is also the Wemby effect.
He's out the game, and you can change your attack now and become more efficient. And RJ, we remember in the first half, Cat beat Wemby on a drive just like that. Wemby still recovered and blocked it.
He skips it to the weak side. My mistake, the foul was on Anunoby. As Wemby and Robinson's just got hit with a technical foul.
I don't like that call.
Well, let's see the replay. The two were jostling for position.
Well, look, they're both being physical. I don't disagree with that. I think a warning in this space. So, watch this. Then Wemby turns and pushes him. So Wemby pushes him, and then they push each other back. And then that's where the technical occurs on Mitchell Robinson.
Against the Knicks here.
So look, they're jostling here. This is normal basketball. Now, Wemby, he pushes him back. Now, that could have been a technical on Wemby, and then he pushes him back. And now you're like, oh, that's a technical on Robinson. You got to call this thing even.
Yay, I finally ordered my dinner. Now I feel like a responsible adult.
Spurs again get back defensively well. Blocked by Cornette. Harper against Anunoby, goes inside. Blocked by Anunoby. And Hart comes the other way. Spectacular defensive play. Bridges nails the three.
I wish people understand the difficulty of going up here, backtracking, and getting that block without fouling. And again, defense turning into offense. Mikal Bridges sees that first three go down.
To close out this quarter. Fox deflects it, Towns gets it. Kicks it back out, Bridges, corner three. It's good. That's Bridges, this is his second shot of the game and his first points.
Spurs push that lead to 10 or 12. The Knicks make big shots right now.
Brunson on the drive, spins underneath, puts it up, puts it in. Jalen Brunson does it again. It's a 6-point lead. The moment when to put this team on his back, delivering time and time again. Knicks trying to steal game one.
He skips it to the weak side. My mistake, the foul was on Anunoby. As Wemby and Robinson's just got hit with a technical foul.
I don't like that call.
Well, let's see the replay. The two were jostling for position.
Well, look, they're both being physical. I don't disagree with that. I think a warning in this space. So, watch this. Then Wemby turns and pushes him. So Wemby pushes him, and then they push each other back. And then that's where the technical occurs on Mitchell Robinson.
Against the Knicks here.
So look, they're jostling here. This is normal basketball. Now, Wemby, he pushes him back. Now, that could have been a technical on Wemby, and then he pushes him back. And now you're like, oh, that's a technical on Robinson. You got to call this thing even.
Spurs again get back defensively well. Blocked by Cornette. Harper against Anunoby, goes inside. Blocked by Anunoby. And Hart comes the other way. Spectacular defensive play. Bridges nails the three.
I wish people understand the difficulty of going up here, backtracking, and getting that block without fouling. And again, defense turning into offense. Mikal Bridges sees that first three go down.
The halftime, so I've been very quiet because
to close out this quarter. Fox deflects it, Towns gets it, kicks it back out, Bridges, corner three, it's good. That's Bridges, this is his second shot of the game and his first points.
Spurs push that lead to 10 or 12. The Knicks make big shots right now.
That you included me in the conversation by not speaking in Italian with her for the length of our interview that shoot around.
And I literally volevo parlare in italiano, ma tu capivi solo inglese.
He skips it to the weak side. My mistake, the foul was on Anunoby. As Wemby and Robinson's just got hit with a technical foul.
I don't like that call.
Well, let's see the replay. The two were jostling for position.
Well, look, they're both being physical. I don't disagree with that. I think a warning in this space. So, watch this. then Wemby turns and pushes him. So Wemby pushes him, and then they push each other back. And then that's where the technical occurs on Mitchell Robinson.
Against the Knicks here.
So look, they're jostling here. This is normal basketball. Now, Wemby, he pushes him back. Now, that could have been a technical on Wemby, and then he pushes him back. And now you're like, oh, that's a technical on Robinson. You got to call this thing even.
Spurs again get back defensively well. Blocked by Cornette. Harper against Anunoby, goes inside. Blocked by Anunoby. And Hart comes the other way. Spectacular defensive play. Bridges nails the three.
I wish people understand the difficulty of going up here, backtracking, and getting that block without fouling. And again, defense turning into offense. Mikal Bridges sees that first three go down.
You're like bored and you don't have much to do. You know what I'm doing? Testing out a 360 emulator. And I don't know if I figured out how to fix this thing for the GPU.
To close out this quarter. Fox deflects it, Towns gets it, kicks it back out, Bridges, corner three, it's good. That's Bridges, this is his second shot of the game, and his first points.
Antonio Spurs push that lead to 10 or 12. The Knicks make big shots right now.
Before the defense gets set and get your offense going.
They play at the slowest pace in the WNBA, 77 possessions a game. Miles, another triple. Give her 6 tonight.
He skips it to the weak side. My mistake, the foul was on Anunoby. As Wemby and Robinson's just got hit with a technical foul.
I don't like that call.
Well, let's see the replay. The two were jostling for position.
Well, look, they're both being physical. I don't disagree with that. I think a warning in this space. So, watch this. Then Wemby turns and pushes him. So Wemby pushes him, and then they push each other back. And then that's where the technical occurs on Mitchell Robinson.
Against the Knicks here.
So look, they're jostling here. This is normal basketball. Now, Wemby, he pushes him back. Now, that could have been a technical on Wemby, and then he pushes him back. And now you're like, oh, that's a technical on Robinson. You got to call this thing even.
Spurs again get back defensively well. Blocked by Cornette. Harper against Anunoby, goes inside. Blocked by Anunoby. And Hart comes the other way. Spectacular defensive play. Bridges nails the three.
I wish people understand the difficulty of going up here, backtracking, and getting that block without fouling. And again, defense turning into offense. Mikal Bridges sees that first three go down.
close out this quarter. Box deflects it. Towns gets it. Kicks it back out. Bridges, corner three. It's good. That's Bridges. This is his second shot of the game and his first points.
Spurs push that lead to 10 or 12. The Knicks make big shots right now.
There's about a 5-second difference. Shot clock, game clock. Martin has to pass it out. McBride, corner three. Banks a hit from the corner. Right the angle of that shot. This presentation of the NBA Finals on ABC continues after this message and a word from our ABC station.
He skips it to the weak side. My mistake. The foul was on Anunoby. As Wemby and Robinson. Robinson's just got hit with a technical foul.
I don't like that call.
Well, let's see the replay. The two were jostling for position.
Well, look, they're both being physical. I don't disagree with that. I think a warning in this space. So, watch this. Then Wemby turns and pushes him. So Wemby pushes him, and then they push each other back. And then that's where the technical occurs on Mitchell Robinson.
Against the Knicks here.
So look, they're jostling here. This is normal basketball. Now, Wemby, he pushes him back. Now, that could have been a technical on Wemby, and then he pushes him back. And now you're like, oh, that's a technical on Robinson. You got to call this thing even.
Spurs again get back defensively well. Blocked by Cornette. Harper against Anunoby goes inside. Blocked by Anunoby. And Hart comes the other way. Spectacular defensive play. Bridges nails the three.
I wish people understand the difficulty of going up here, backtracking, and getting that block without fouling. And again, defense turning into offense. Mikal Bridges sees that first three go down.
To close out this quarter. Box deflects it. Towns gets it. Kicks it back out. Bridges, corner three. It's good. That's Bridges. This is his second shot of the game and his first points.
Spurs push that lead to 10 or 12. The Knicks make big shots right now.
I mean, who doesn't know that Solana's going to shoot a three-point? Run her off that three-point line. Make her into a penetrator.
Miles with a new career high, 22 points.
All right, it's now.
He skips it to the weak side. My mistake. The foul was on Anunoby. As Wemby and Robinson. Robinson's just got hit with a technical foul.
I don't like that call.
Well, let's see the replay. The two were jostling for position.
Well, look, they're both being physical. I don't disagree with that. I think a warning in this space. So, watch this. Then Wemby turns and pushes him. So Wemby pushes him, and then they push each other back. And then that's where the technical occurs on Mitchell Robinson.
Against the Knicks here.
So look, they're jostling here. This is normal basketball. Now, Wemby, he pushes him back. Now, that could have been a technical on Wemby, and then he pushes him back. And now you're like, oh, that's a technical on Robinson. You got to call this thing even.
Spurs again get back defensively well. Blocked by Cornette. Harper against Anunoby goes inside. Blocked by Anunoby. And Hart comes the other way. Spectacular defensive play. Bridges nails the three.
I wish people understand the difficulty of going up here, backtracking, and getting that block without fouling. And again, defense turning into offense. Mikal Bridges sees that first three go down.
To close out this quarter. Box deflects it. Towns gets it. Kicks it back out. Bridges, corner three. It's good. That's Bridges. This is his second shot of the game and his first points.
Spurs push that lead to 10 or 12. The Knicks make big shots right now.
It's been his only hit in the series. Marte! There it goes! He's done it again!
Right now, the Knicks' three-point shooting is really making the Knicks feel comfortable about their lead. What the hell was that? All right. Nope, and deflected. Foul.
Taking the physicality from Castle. And then Castle, again, that little rhythm, having to sit out a lot of that second quarter, a lot of that first half. Eventually, after that run got back going for pure offense, he's got to step himself in.
Right now, the Knicks are up by 10 as Bronson makes that three-point shot. I mean, and right in front of Victor, too. In your face. In your face. And of course, Ben Stiller looking like someone's dad.
Let's go home. Thanks for fun.
What's the fastest way to here?
Introducing the new $10 crispy bond pan from Pizza Hut. It's the original pan you love, take it to the next level. That crispy golden brown crust with a cheesy crunch. Try $10 medium crispy bond pan for limited time, only at Pizza Hut.
Twice Yearly Prep is here. One office visit every 6 months, 2 times a year for HIV prevention. That's 1, 2, that's Yes to Go. Yes to Go is an injectable prescription medicine that helps to protect against HIV infections. One office visit every 6 months. One during your winter glam, and one during your summer glow. One during your winter time, and one during your summer shine. You must be HIV negative to receive Yes to Go and get tested for HIV before each injection. If you think you were exposed to HIV or have flu-like symptoms, tell your healthcare provider right away. HIV testing may be needed. Yes to Go does not prevent other sexually transmitted infections. Practice safe steps and get Yes to Go as scheduled. Missing doses increases your chance of getting HIV. Tell your provider about your medical conditions if you are pregnant or plan to be, and all the medicines and supplements you take, as Yes to Go may affect some medicines. The most common side effects are injection site reactions, headache, and nausea. Rare serious injection site reactions can occur, so tell your provider about any side effects. 99.9% of people stay HIV negative. Ask a healthcare provider if Yes to Go is right for you.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed and used in any form that not be expressly consent of the NBA.
All right, and we are back. And right now, the Knicks are up by 10 as we go back into the third quarter, 9:11 remaining in the third. Foul.
Just a transition play coming off this deal. And defense isn't set. And I like this. De'Aaron Fox started to get a rhythm. Knocked out 1-3 already. And that's an opportunity to go to the free throw line for another 4 fouls on Josh Hart. So Landry Shamet will come in. Hart tonight does not score. That's pretty good. 5 rebounds, 3 assists. He had maybe the best 3-point game in NBA Finals history. And game 1. All the rebounds that he had, 15 boards, 6 assists, 4 steals. And now Johnny, they regular 5 points in transition for the Spurs. Off of Dominic Turner. Some real person pressure to the defense. Right there watching. Castle puts on the screen.
Yup. Beautiful jumper.
Where it just feels like every shot that they shoot is their defense. It's their defense. This is a situation with Victor Wembanyama. You shouldn't have to chase the ball out to 35-point beat the Sandbacks. De'Aaron Fox actually taking that action to him. As a result, he's got a much longer run to the paint. And sometimes not really get off the rotation. That was a little too much. They're calling it that shot. It's great that extra pass. So physical acceleration. Tough shot. It's back to 8. And it looks how the game started. Guard getting their feet in the paint, drawing the defense to the baseline. Victor Wembanyama had 2 of those baskets early. That's his first. Tough shot. It's a little bit easier with the jumper. Really quickly. And then here, talk about legs. Not going to hit that only against their space. There's no way to stop him from elevating in a minute.
And Cat was able to get that dunk in for two. It's now 72-61 Knicks. That's an ugly ass three. But this is Victor we're talking about, and even he couldn't cover it. Jump ball. Why? Again, another offensive foul by Towns. What the? How is Towns now with 4 fouls? Towns has 4 personal fouls. This case is an offensive foul, which forced a turnover. I don't get it. I don't like that call at all. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, come on. A long three. And right now, San Antonio, with that 25-foot three-point jumper by Castle, they're now building a run, cutting the lead down from 10 to 5. Well, yeah, they did a substitution. I think it's Shalimar. They just left them right there. It was like, screw that. Well, yeah, like if the Knicks are down by like 2 or 3, maybe 5, yeah, you gotta basically put him in. You gotta put him back in. But until then, you gotta trust your bench. I've been saying this entire series. Gotta trust your bench. But yeah, you gotta sit him. And they're gonna have to commit to the shot. Shalimar wasn't able to make it. Right now, the Knicks has a 73.3% chance of winning this game, but it doesn't help with a 26-foot three by Wimby. Or Wimba. Wimba Yama, if you want to be all specific. That, I'm surprised they don't call that a travel, but hey, who cares, right? Knicks are up by 4 with that layup by Castle. And the Knicks is going to like take a timeout as it's now 76-72 Knicks. The Spurs is trying to make a run happen. And my barbecue's a few minutes away. I might head down to my lobby to pick up my dinner in a few moments. So when that happens, I'm going to basically go on a break. And then hopefully we'll be back and we'll watch this fourth and final quarter together as the Knicks try to secure a win before they go back home for game 3. And if that happens, the Knicks are able to win this game on the road, going 2-0 on the road. Spurs, I don't know. I don't know. But we shall see, as the Knicks are still taking full possession of their timeout before we go back into this game with 3:19 remaining in the third.
Ask your dermatologist about Benzellix, also approved for psoriatic arthritis and HS. It's all you can eat for just $15.99. That's $15.99 for all the double crunch shrimp, boneless wings, and ribbons that you can eat. That's unlimited value for $15.99. Applebee's all you can eat for $15.99. Nature's best of sweat and tears on the pitch. We'll be sweating right along with you. Make a little touch. If we need you. In life, many of us are searching for a thing. Look out! When you finally find that thing, you want the whole world to know the thing. Tell the world. So you use Canva to make a thing. Lots of things. Everything. Next thing you know, you're doing weird, crazy type of thing. That's it. Well, the next thing comes along. So you do the thing. Canva, the thing that makes anything a thing.
Hey, look, State Farm sees everything, so you get coverage that fits your life and budget.
You mentioned.
I see everything too, like the shot clock looking down on me.
Well, he doesn't know that.
Okay, that is cool.
Welcome to Texas. The trail is a bucket list. The $10 Monday nuggets. Tuesday fried chicken. Wednesday wings. Thursday tenders. Friday nuggets again. Now that's living life to the fullest. Get a $10 bucket dancing from KFC. Congratulations to Paul Westhead, longtime NBA and WNBA head coach and assistant coach. The only coach in history to both with NBA and WNBA championships. The recipient of the 2026 Continental Lifetime Achievement.
Yeah, and he was also a shit coach. We're just talking about Westhead receiving a Lifetime Achievement Award. You pissed off Magic and they kicked your ass out. Let's not forget that. All right, I'm gonna take a brief break because I need to grab my dinner, and when I come back, we are probably gonna be in the fourth quarter, and right now the Knicks are up by 8. So I'll be right back.
Spectrum Internet. It's the fastest and most reliable way connecting with my followers out there and in here. It's secure internet for you and your family, keeping kids like us safe online. It's Wi-Fi that stays on even when the power doesn't. Stay connected no matter what. So what's Spectrum Internet? It's everything you want it to be.
Spectrum, proud sponsor of the New York Knicks.
NYU Langone Health.
All right.
Starts with better health system.
Okay, and I am back. And
As closely as they monitor our patients' health.
I hope you can hear me. For some reason.
Is to make sure we keep getting
Capture.
No one goes to Hanks for a spreadsheet. He doesn't sell them. He does sell a darn good slice. When business slowed, Hank decided to bring back the $1 slice. He just asked Copilot in Excel to help make it work. Suddenly, Hank says, "You gotta try this place," kind of thing. Hank makes the pizza. Copilot handles the spreadsheets.
Okay. 84-75. Telling you, this is a good game. It's a good game. Yep. All right, right now it is 75 for the Spurs. They're down by 9. Right now it's Knicks possession. What? What the hell was that? And right now the Knicks are trying to go for a long three by the Knicks. And it's 87-75. We're talking about the largest lead in the game at 12. And of course, Victor from 28 feet was able to score that three-point shot. And now they're back down to 9. Spurs are down to 9. There's 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. The Knicks got to control the momentum of the game with the floater. Doesn't help. But there goes the hustle of the Knicks. But again, the Spurs were able to recover it. Oof. Hits the knee. Like literally. Try to run him over with his knees. Yeah, you really don't. All right, McBride is going to come in for Cat. Hart's going to come in for Robinson. Ooh. Yeah. When you don't protect the paint like that, that's an easy giveaway. Easy giveaway. Ooh, nice pass. That, oh, you got to give it to the, you got to give it to them. But then again, the Knicks, because Bronson, he's not scared. Hart's not going to take the shot. Yeah, like, bro, what the fuck? Exactly. Oh, come on, Fox. Come on, Fox. Come on. Where are the technicals? Where are the technicals? Because notice how Fox continued to instigate the shit right after Hart was like, I'm going to go for a walk. Right now, assistant coach, a.k.a. Daddy, is telling Fox, Daddy Bronson is telling Fox, you better check yourself before you get slapped up and get wrecked. He's like, don't do that, says Daddy Bronson, assistant coach. Look at that check. The Bronx is no punk. He's no punk. But you see, it's about effective passes. Chalamet is not able to make it, but they reset the ball off the rebound. Brunson airballs it. And Harper takes the charge. And now the Spurs are down by 5 off of that layup. Passes to Bridges. Tries to take the jumper, but it just doesn't drop. Castle now has possession. He's going to pull back. It's him versus Cat. Victor couldn't get it off of that potential alley-oop. Bronson is going to give it to Chalamet. Chalamet back to Bronson. It's Bronson versus Castle right now. And so far, in terms of field goals in this quarter, the Knicks are 1 for 8. Chalamet's going to go for the 3. Gets it! And that's going to be a timeout called by the Spurs. And Chalamet, with that 3-pointer, has pushed the lead back to 8 with 8:18 remaining in this game number 2 of the NBA Finals. Telling you, Chalamet is the glue of this team so far in this second game. Stats don't really show it too much. Right now, he's 13. He has 13 points. He's 5 for 11 with 2 rebounds. Cat got to be careful because he's at 4 fouls. Same with Hart. Right now, the stats are showing that the Knicks has an 84.9% chance of winning the game. The Spurs have a 15% chance, but again, with 8 minutes, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Let's look at the team stats right now. And if you're looking at the field goal percentage, it's pretty much even. But the Knicks, they're 14 for 31 in threes. The Spurs, the 3 ball is just not working for them. And it also doesn't help that the Spurs are turning over the ball 13 times to the Knicks 12. It's relatively even, but the advantage still goes to the Knicks. If you are betting right now, the odds are showing right now that if you're picking the Knicks for the spread, right now it's the spread is minus 5.5. The money line is a negative 330 if you're picking the Knicks. I love how this commercial I saw, they have like parking for first year teachers. That's cute.
Introducing B&B Rewards, a new loyalty program that grows with you and celebrates what you do. Like taking a big step, a big trip,
How y'all feeling?
a little ride.
That other guy, what are your thoughts, man? What are your thoughts, man? This is fourth quarter. This is Knicks City. This is the part where Knicks tape, right? Talk to me now. You donate one time to a politician, and your email is just spammed with fucking campaign ads. I mean, of course, yes, they got to put it away. All right, they've been dominating since I would say the middle, close to the end of the second quarter, and it was all Knicks third quarter right now. And I think there is a foul. Is it on? I believe it's on Anobi. No, sorry, Anobi is in for Bridges. But yeah, let me see that foul right there. It's his shoulder that hits his head. So that's 2 for Anobi. And does not make the free throw by Harper. He misses his first of 2. I mean, this is the NBA Finals, man. It's stressful. And if I see Manu Ginobili just chilling, former NBA champion, one of the legends of the Spurs, the Admiral, he was just chilling in game number 1. Passes it out. Solomon tries to go for 3. No. And I think there is a foul. It's going against Hart. And I think Hart gets hit with a loose ball foul. And look where his hands are. He's basically holding hands with Victor. With Wambayama. And it looks like this point, there's going to be some substitutions. Bridges is going to have to come in because Josh Hart, he practically fouled out. But keep in mind, Bridges has been doing his thing. Keep in mind that Bridges is 28 for 12 in field goal attempts. And yes, a stolen play. And Bronson, up in traffic, is able to get it in for 2. Pushes the lead back to 9. Bronson, 15 points, 5 for 18. It's been a rough night, but he's been trying to do his thing on assists. He has 5 assists. And I think that's going to be a foul on an Anunoby. And now it looks like, if you look at where Anunoby's arm was, that was rough. But look at the steal. I mean, Bronson is not anyone to mess with when he tries to go off the fast break. And with that layup, this is what's up. But right now, the Knicks is in foul trouble. Hart has 5. He's out of the game. And Obi is 1 foul away of being out of the game. And Anunoby tries to go for 3, tips it. Back to the Knicks. McBride. Bam! For 3. McBride gets the 3 from 24 feet. It is now 95 to 83 Knicks. And if the Knicks can do what they got to do, they should be able to come back to New York 2-0. Keep in mind, ESPN is saying that the Knicks now has a 95.6% chance of being victorious once again. And the Spurs, they're going to have to come up with a legendary drive. I mean, they're going to have to do some major work if they have any chance of making it interesting, at least forcing it to go overtime. They're down by 12, which again matches the largest lead of the night. Let's look at the stats. If you're looking at team stats right now, it's pretty even at 44%. But again, the Knicks, they're making a lot of threes, at least not just attempts, but also in actual threes being made. In terms of free throws, interesting night for the Spurs because you got Victor. I think he missed a couple of free throws, and he's at a high 90s throughout the playoffs. And the Knicks is at 75%. But again, turnovers. I've been saying this over and over and over again. The Spurs got to reduce their turnovers, but the Knicks got to stay out of foul trouble, right? Because right now you already lost one person. You lost Hart. He has 5 fouls. You got Anunoby. He's at 4. Cat's at 4. So they're in foul trouble right now. And for the Spurs, Harper and Castle each are at 3. Wimba, he's at 1. Champagne is at 1. I want you to pay attention.
They try to wind down the third quarter. Bridges gets free.
The bench
up top, Robinson
of the Spurs.
Alley-oop to Robinson. Oh, what a perfect pass from Bridges.
Harper.
And it's back to 11.
And it's not just your 2 best players. They got 4 starters over there on the bench right now.
15 minutes, 3 points. Look at the bench. Shalaman, 28 on the court, 13 points.
Runs to Anunoby. Dangerous pass. Anunoby drives. Layup is good. What a tough layup. This has been one physical third quarter.
You want to know why you get in the weight room? Right there. OG Anunoby. That's just raw strength.
Oh, what a sweet move from Castle. And the Knicks call timeout.
Both teams blow after blow. OG Anunoby getting the finish. And then on the other end, drink this in with your eyes, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that hezzy right there by Castle with the finish.
Defensive rebounds, but again, it's just fouled out with 5.
Did you ever have that problem?
No. I never dribbled. For me, it's either catch or shoot or catch and drive.
Right now,
Castle to drive, Anunoby right there.
Because it's getting close to a very uncomfortable situation for the Spurs. If they're not able to dig themselves out of a 12-point hole with 6:45 remaining, they're going to be going to New York really feeling defeated. And Victor is lively as shit. If you're watching him right now, he's trying to get his players to lock all the way the fuck in. But at the end of the day, you just have to deal with a Knicks team that is just gritty as shit. I was saying to that other guy, Mark, yesterday, they're a grimy team. They're just grimy. They find ways to win, even if it's ugly, even with foul trouble. Right now, Towns is not trying. Oh, just swirls out from the Spurs. Right now, the Knicks need to slow down the tempo. That's something that they did very well in game number 1 last on Wednesday. 9 left on the clock. Floats it over to Anunoby. He's going to try to jump it in there and dunks it for 2. And now the largest lead of the night at 14, and I think there's a foul on Anunoby. I believe there's a foul. And if that's the case, he may be out. But I think the greater concern is how Harper is dealing with that leg right now. If you pay attention, Anunoby, he is not afraid to go in the paint. And look at Victor. Victor can't do shit because the one thing you don't want to do is make an unnecessary foul. It's like, yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Yeah, you got played, boy. OG Anunoby. 5 for 9 with 3 rebounds, 3 assists. But he picked up his 4th foul. And again, if we're watching it on replay, Anunoby's, I believe, right hand just slaps the left arm of Harper. And right now, Harper is in the bonus. Interesting fact. The Rook with the most points in a single postseason. A single postseason. Right now, Harper makes that free throw. It is now back to a 12-possession game with less than 6 minutes to go. Trying to take advantage of the fact that they don't need to rush. They just need to get good looks with 5 seconds left on the clock. Got to get the ball out. Goes inside. Bad look. Has to get it out. But that is a 24-second violation by the Knicks. And with that blocked layup in the last second, let's pay attention again. You see, Harper tries to go for that shot, but then again, he just landed awkwardly. Ooh, Bronson had to step back and had to take that L from Fox. And right now, there is a timeout called by the Knicks. They're down to 3 timeouts. They are up by 9. As we're now down 5:26 remaining in the 4th. They are trying to stop the Spurs' chance of making a run. And if they can try to take care of business, the Knicks can come home 2-0, 2 wins away of finally winning an NBA title. And it also puts to bed the assumption that that NBA Cup final was a fluke. No. They have won 2, potentially. I'm not going to try to, jinx the Knicks. I'm sorry. But the way they're looking, they already got 1. They already beat them in the NBA Cup. That's 2 important wins. Let's see if they can get a 3rd. That other guy, how you feeling? I know you're feeling kind of stressed right now just watching. Here's some trivia, in case you're bored, because we're dealing with the TV time. No, the Knicks called the timeout. The Baskin-Robbins Oreo milkshake. Did you know that that was Baskin-Robbins' most unhealthiest shake ever made? How do I know this? One milkshake, which I believe was a small or maybe a medium cup, contains 2,600 calories. You're supposed to have like 2,000 calories in a day, maybe 2,500 in a day. Or maybe 3,000, I don't know, but what the fuck? 2,600? That's a lot of calories for a milkshake. Anyway, back to the game. Knicks with possession. Bronson's trying to lob it in, but I believe the ball is going to the Spurs, I believe. Nope, it's going, yep. Goes back to the Knicks with 4 seconds. Gotta do something now. Throw it. Ugly shot, but, you know, you have to throw it out. Now down to the 5-minute marker in the fourth quarter. It's Bronson versus Fox. Fox is going to try to penetrate in. Rosen lays it up and chopping down the lead. The Spurs have now chopped the lead. At one point, it was a 12-point game. Now it is a 7-point game. Takes a look. Doesn't get it. Back to the Spurs. If the Spurs need to capitalize now, it's a good time to do so, especially with Victor on the court. He ain't going nowhere for the rest of this game. And Victor fighting for it. And it looks like now it's going to be another timeout by the Knicks. Another timeout by the Knicks. The Spurs are now at a 9-0 run. And it's not a convenient time to figure out a way to choke the game, Knicks. It's not a good time to do it. But right now we're dealing with another timeout.
Credit One Bank X5 cards. You get 5% cash back rewards on gas, groceries, and internet. Benefits. Those are what I call benefits.
I promised y'all that I would play a Forza Horizon. I'm going to keep it a stack with you. I've had a long-ass day, so probably after this I might call it a night and finally eat my dinner. I don't know, with games like this, it's kind of hard to eat. I don't know if I can eat and watch a game like this right now. So I'm waiting a little patiently. If I eat it, I'll earn my treat. Alright, we're done with the timeout. Damn, Towns like nearly slapped him in the face. Talk about aggressive defending by Cats. Right now, the Spurs do not want to give this up. Drop my phone. Oof. And right now, the Spurs got the ball. Now down to 4 minutes. Going to take the three and makes it. It is now a 2-point game for the Spurs. They have a 12-0 run. For the past close to 2.5 minutes, the Knicks, you do not want to collapse now. You've had a phenomenal second half. Low-key, a mediocre fourth quarter. But you got the lead with an awkward three by Bronson. Ball goes back to the Spurs, but it's intercepted. It's intercepted. Passes it to Bronson with an open three, but doesn't make it in. This is rough. Any other time, they'd be making these shots, and with the easy floater, they have tied the game with a 14-0 run by the Spurs. They have resurrected back to the game. And I'm going to tell you right now, the past 3 minutes has all been the Spurs. What the hell was that? And that has to be a foul. 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 He literally slapped his hand. That has to be a foul. And if I'm Mike Brown, with 2:37 remaining, I would look at the footage. But right now, the Knicks are taking another full timeout. But I don't know. How is that not a foul? How is that not a foul? How is this not a foul? I got to see how the Knicks would not win this challenge. How does the Knicks not win this challenge? I want to know if this happens in a crucial Last 3 minutes of the game. This is a big deal. And right now, the ESPN stat machine is saying that San Antonio has a 54.5% chance of stealing this game 2 away from the Knicks. But when you give away 14 points, that doesn't have that. I'm sorry, it just doesn't help. But right now, we're looking at it once again. I mean, there's literally contact, and they're overturning it. Obviously, there was contact. Like, come on, blatant contact. So the Knicks will retain their timeout, and the call is now overturned. What this also means is that OG Anunoby can now get some free throws as a result, and he's going to be shooting for 2. Although the Spurs are still on the bonus. And it goes in. So the Knicks goes back up. For the past 6 minutes, 14 points by the Spurs. And the Knicks is 0 for 6 in field goals. Haven't generated any offense in the past 6 minutes. And now the Knicks are up by 2. One more. Making this a possible 3-point play. Stat shows with a substitution, Chalamet is back in. That free throw gets in. The Knicks are back up by 3. And finally, we have a triple-point game. First done by the Knicks. 3 for 3 in free throws in the half. And I don't know what's going on. Lost control, but Victor was there. And now the Knicks are down by 1 with less than 2.5 minutes in this game. They got to generate some offense right now if they have any chance of a victory. To think they were up by as much as 12. 5 seconds left on the clock. Gotta do something. Gonna go for it. Gonna do it. Shot clock expired. And it goes back to the Knicks. With less than 2 minutes to go. That other guy, I don't know about you, but my palms are sweaty as if I'm playing. And right now, they're dealing with some substitutions. Stats shows 60% chance of the Knicks winning it, but who knows right now? It's still anyone's game. Going on the inside with that interesting pass. And now they're back up by 3. Here goes Fox. Passes it back. Gets it to Castle. No. Here goes Victor taking a long 3. Airballs it. And here goes Bronson. Slow down the tempo. Passes it back. And Bronson's going to try to take it, but couldn't do anything with it. 90 seconds left in the game. No! Stop! The shot was deflected, but is there a foul? And with that backdoor shot, look at that. Look how close that goaltending was. Look how close that goaltending was. And now I believe there's going to be an official review. I mean, they have to. I guess the official review by the refs is a question of whether there was a potential goaltending. If that happens, then that's going to be a lead for the Spurs. And that is a goaltending violation. So with the goaltending violation, possession goes back to the Knicks. With 85 seconds left in the game, floats that ball up. A one possession, 1 point lead. They're getting very close to a shot clock violation. Lost the ball. Here comes Victor. And it drops. And the Spurs are back in the game. With less than 60 seconds to go, the Admiral is really impressed. I'm telling you, if the Spurs win this, Victor is going to be a significant reason as to why. Off that layup. And of course, the nuns, I guess the sisters are thinking the prayers might have been answered in game number 2. And now it is a 2-possession lead, 1 minute to go in the game. You do not want to foul Bronson. You do not want to foul him. You don't want to foul. 10 seconds left. Takes that shot with a floater. And the Knicks have tied the game. The Knicks have tied the game with 39.3 seconds remaining in the game. Bronson with a very important shot. A very important shot. Was able to step back. The angle was interesting, but a good look. Not really contested. And right now, a timeout has been called by the Spurs. They're going to take their second to last timeout. That other guy, how are you holding up knowing that it is now a tied game with 39.3 seconds left? The Spurs will have possession of the ball. How are you dealing with this stress? Also, where the hell's my phone? I dropped it. I know I dropped it. Where the hell is it? Sorry, Mike. I don't know where my phone is. It's somewhere. I don't give a shit. This game being so serious with, again, 39.3 seconds to go. This is it. With a very key possession by the Spurs. The clock is ticking. They're not trying to rush it. Misses the shot. The Knicks got the ball and call a timeout. Absolutely call a timeout. The Knicks are going to take their second to last timeout with 30.3 seconds to go. ESPN predicts a San Antonio victory, a 50.6% chance. It's pretty much an even game with even odds, but it's tipped over in favor of the Spurs, assuming that the Knicks get possession and they don't capitalize. the Spurs will have the ball back potentially with time remaining. Each team has one timeout left. Spurs has a foul to give before they go and give the Knicks a bonus. Each team has one challenge remaining. And now Hart's back in the game, replacing Hart for Thomas. Bronson is still in the game. And you have Shalaman in the game as well. Foul. There goes the foul. And right now, the Spurs have a timeout left. It's a one-on-one right now between Bronson. He's dribbling, takes the shot, does not get it. With 12 seconds to go, intercepts the ball. And Bronson is going to shoot free throws. A massive turnover by the Spurs. Not a good time for a foul caused by the Spurs. And one of the nuns said, "Oh my God." Can't use his name in vain, though. You can't use his name in vain. And right now, arguably the most important free throw of his career has been clenched. He gets one more. Fox is going to step out. Cornette's going to come in. Cat's going to come in. Actually, sorry. Hart is going to come in for Towns. 9.5 seconds left. You've got to be able to try to use their speed if you are the Spurs to make something happen after this shot by Bronson. Assuming it gets in, they'll have possession. He does not make the free throw. Timeout. And San Antonio will have the ball back with 7.5 seconds to go. I'm telling you, the Spurs, you don't want to give up the game again. You do not want to give up the game again. Did Cornette kick the ball? Did he kick the ball? Let me see something. So Cornette, he reaches, and the ball is basically kicked. Cornette used his right foot to essentially kick and block an Obi from getting the ball. Interesting defense. I didn't know we're playing soccer. I'm going to turn off the Gamecast because the Gamecast is ahead of the feed that I'm watching, and I don't want to be spoiled. I don't want this to be spoiled. I've been a good boy this entire game. I do not want to see anything from the computer. Castle's going to inbound. Here we go for the game. Here goes Victor. Here goes Victor. Misses it! And it's over! The Knicks win! The Knicks win! The Knicks win! The Knicks win! And the Knicks are going back to New York with a 2-game lead in the series. The Knicks win! The Knicks win! The Knicks win their 13th straight game! The Knicks win! Talk about a victory for the Knicks. At one point, they were up by as much as 12. Maybe it was my smart thinking to take off the game cast. But let's take a look at it. When Victor misses a 20-foot jumper with an open look, dare I say it, I think we just saw a choke job. I just think we saw a choke job. Let's look at the replay again. 7.5 seconds left. Castle inbounds it to Fox. And right there, that was an open shot, non-contested. But it doesn't matter. But Victor, you got to make those shots, man. You got to make those shots. You got to make those shots. And it's sad, too, because if you looked at Victor's stats, he had another double-double, 29, 11 for 21 with 9 rebounds, 2 assists. But the Knicks just can't be stopped right now. When you win 13 straight wins in the playoffs, let me tell you something. It's hard to beat a team this hard.
Bumped by Champagny.
It's just hard to beat a team this hard. It's just hard to beat a team
Brunson
this hard.
on the drive, stops, falling away, it's up, it's good!
It's hard to beat a team
Jalen Brunson, another clutch shot, we're tied again.
With the answer once again. Saw this in game
What
one.
a great night.
We're all tied up. 39
What a great
seconds.
night, ladies. What a great night, people. What a great night to be a Knick. If you are a Knicks
second
fan,
consecutive college
was it the
World Series,
prettiest win?
certainly the SEC
No.
is
But did they? But
has a
did
chance
give
to
them
add
two
with baseball, and certainly that
going
has
into
been
game
fertile
number
ground for
3
the
back in
league.
New York.
I know that you haven't had a lot of time to pay
Yes.
attention, although I know that will change.
Yes.
But your thoughts on
And that's
this
all that
moment in
matters.
time for the league?
Well, I was disappointed
All right,
not to be in Oklahoma City the last
been
couple
on
of
for nearly
days,
2.5
but the work
hours.
that we've talked about is so
I'm
important that
hungry.
attending games
So I'm
is
gonna
not
eat this
central.
meal. Like I
Hopefully
said
we'll
earlier.
make it out to Omaha should our teams be successful
folks,
over the next
if you've
couple of
been
weeks and
watching,
make it to
thank
that
you.
championship
If you didn't,
series.
it'll be on the channel, so
I'm
you can
incredibly
watch
proud
and see
of that graphic. We have 3 more national championship opportunities, 2 in outdoor track and field, men's and women's, and then in baseball. I referenced as we started
But as always, if you
the
like
Golf
what you
Channel
saw,
coverage of
like,
the NCAA,
subscribe.
both women's and men's golf championships,
Thank you
and
so much,
watching
everybody.
was outstanding.
That
But
other
watching
guy, thank you for being active
Auburn
in the
prevail
chat.
and
I
play so
appreciate
well
you.
and win
I
their
wish
second
you were
national
in person,
championship in 3 years
Your ability to be active
is
in the
an
chat
incredible
was
moment of
just
pride.
good.
And what happened in Oklahoma City over the last week with all of our
And for
teams,
everybody else,
the
thank you so much.
competitiveness,
We'll see you later.
and to have a team come out
That
again
other
on
guy is
top
gone,
is national champion, and for
and
Texas
the
defending,
announcement
that's one of those rewarding